Across 4 decades, Iowans have elected Terry Branstad to statewide office. As Branstad crosses the threshold as the nation's longest-serving governor, Iowa Public Television was granted an exclusive, all-access view of the daily life of Iowa's chief executive. From an April day at the Iowa State House during the legislative session, to a road trip through rural northwest Iowa during the summer, and in August at the Iowa State Fair, IPTV watched and listened in, bringing you an inside look at a day in the life of Iowa's governor. It's Governor Branstad behind the scenes.
Funding for this program was provided by Friends, the Iowa Public Television Foundation. Generations of families and friends who feel passionate about the programs they watch on Iowa Public Television.
Iowa Press, a weekly news program for Sunday, June 4th. Here is Dean Borg.
This afternoon we have with us the 3 Republicans who are vying for the right to be Governor Ray's running mate for lieutenant governor. Would you make a good governor? Because that is a definite possibility. A lieutenant governor is the man who steps in. So if you were to step into the chair, if you were there right now, is the best way that we can judge you, I guess, on would you make a good governor. How is government going to deal in the future with the need to provide services, Terry Branstad, with the increasing dissatisfaction of taxpayers?
Well, I think it's evident that taxpayers are getting more and more concerned with all the government regulations and red tape they're facing with, and with rising taxes. We're going to face a real crunch in the early 1980s in Iowa to prevent a major tax increase. Governor Ray has stated that he is opposed to a major tax increase. I feel that my careful and conservative voting record with the taxpayers' dollars is the kind of leadership that we need in the office of lieutenant governor. I also feel that my ability to stand on my own 2 feet, to make independent judgments, and to represent my constituents shows that I can handle the job as governor.
I work out most mornings. So this morning at 6 o'clock I was at Des Moines University and did my workout, came back home, had my oatmeal, got my shower, got ready to, and of course I got here to work. Morning.
Good morning, Governor.
These are a couple hundred birthdays.
Did a lot of
You're
those.
surprised at the number of people that live to be 100.
The speaking order will be Governor kicking it off, then Lieutenant Governor, and Chris will wrap it up before we open it for questions.
Today's Monday, so we have a press conference every week here at the Capitol in the Robert D. Ray Conference Room. There were some soldiers whose photos were not available and had not been located. Of the Iowans who served and were killed in the line of duty in Vietnam, during the Vietnam War, only one soldier's photo is still missing.
Governor, are we possibly looking at a government shutdown on July 1 if they can't reach, because they are very, very far apart?
Well, I know, but we've been through this before. We've always resolved these things before we get to the end of the fiscal year.
You don't see a government
Unlike
shutdown?
the federal government, unlike some other states, in Iowa, we've always done it. No, I don't see a government shutdown, and I see every reason to believe that we're going to be able to get these things resolved. I just think it's time to get serious about it and get the job done. I've learned over the years of experience patience and perseverance. A lot of the big things always get left to the last because of tough issues, and especially budget issues. You just keep your cool, continue to persevere. Sometimes people say nasty things, don't respond, but instead just keep working and see what you can accomplish. And I learned also that somebody that might be your biggest adversary on one issue may be your best ally on the next. So you need to work with both houses, both parties, and that's the wisdom of many years of experience going through the legislative process.
Governor and Lieutenant Governor Jimmy, we have a sensitive matter right now. Last week it was reported that we had a case of avian influenza in Lancaster County.
Right. The turkeys. Right.
The Department of Agriculture, along with the Department of Homeland Security, is monitoring 2 situations where there is a possible presumptive positive, which means that right now it's not confirmed cases.
Yeah.
But the areas are right outside of BV, the buffer part.
Okay. So this is in Osceola County. That's a ways from BV County, but it's actually
it's close to the Minnesota border.
Like so, and they've got a bunch of them in southwest Minnesota.
Right.
So it is closer to there.
Yeah. So again, we'll not make anything public until we do have a positive test, and then Homeland Security and the Department of Agriculture will handle the details of making sure that information is disseminated.
Okay. Okay. With regard to chickens, we have not had anything there.
We are not sure the population, if it's turkey or chickens in Osceola County.
Well, it's real important because, you know, we have 25% of the laying hens in the country. So if it gets into the chickens, it's a much bigger issue. So, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It is approved. Okay, now we go to outside counsel, item number 2. This is a request from the Department of Justice, Attorney General's Office for retention of outside counsel pursuant to Iowa Code Section 13.3 sub 1. Hi. Good to see you. Good morning. Yeah, good to see you again. Today I met with the NAACP. I meet with a lot of groups. They come in. This is a quarterly meeting we have with the NAACP, but I do that with a lot of different groups, you know, from around the state.
We listed a number of issues and concerns.
So we are looking for and would be interested in your thoughts on candidates to be the new director for the Civil Rights Commission.
1, 2, 3.
Hi, kids. So where are you guys from? Southeast Polk. Okay. Well, welcome to the Capitol. So we'll do a picture. You want to turn this way? Here we go. What grade are you guys? Second. All right. Yeah. Congressman. Congressman Lobsack, how are you?
I'm just here visiting some folks. Thank
you. Well, good. Yeah, thank you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. You never know who you're going to run into. Well, I appreciate that. Oftentimes I have lunch in the Capitol, and I did this when I was at Des Moines University, and it really worked to win over the faculty, just to be accessible, you know, so I'm there available to meet with any citizen that might come through, or legislators or lobbyists or students. So what's up with you?
Just trying to see when we can close down the legislative session.
Yeah, we're all interested in that.
June 30th, my first year here, but that was long enough.
Yeah, that's long enough. We don't need to repeat that.
No.
It's really unbelievable the amount of documents that we sign, that I sign in a day. Hello. How are ya?
How are you?
Somebody brought me some tea, huh? This is our monthly progress review meeting with the Economic Growth Group, which is department heads.
The farm income one is the one we've been focused on a lot lately. It's down by about 43% over.
43%.
Yes, over last year. Now it's a very small piece of
Yeah, I know
pie,
it, but it still has an
down
impact.
Significantly.
Gas prices continue to help us. We've had just absolutely record scratch ticket year. It's gone really well. Our lotto games we've talked about before have been up and down and up and down, but in general, we plan to make budget, plan to give you more money than what we promised you.
You like that?
It's always good.
Governor, you need to...
Need to go to Ames. Huh? Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for everything, Gabe.
Okay, I spoke too soon. We have a confirmation of positive avian influenza in Osceola.
Osceola County.
Osceola County near Harris.
County.
It's a 4.4 million chicken operation.
Oh, it's chicken.
It's chicken.
Department of Homeland Security is going to deploy a emergency operations team to the area, and the entire fleet will be eliminated.
So we gotta kill an entire flock. That was my fear, is that this would get into not just turkeys and chickens, because we have 25% of all the laying hens in the United States.
So USDA should be making a public announcement either later this afternoon or early tomorrow.
Geez, that's really devastating.
Your Homeland Security will be there on the ground, Governor, in Harris.
An important part of being governor is you're the chief executive of the state. People look to you to protect them. Hi, how you doing? Yes, sir. Good to see you. Both the Lieutenant Governor and I come from strong farm backgrounds and experiences with FFA. The work ethic and the responsibility that I learned on the farm prepared me to be governor of Iowa. Jerry, good to see you again. Thank you.
Hey, do you and Ed Polak go way back?
We're classmates.
That's what he told me.
Oh no, he's the most famous guy in my class.
Yeah.
You know, I'm proud to say
right?
I'm a classmate of Eddie Polak.
Yeah.
Absolutely. My longtime friend David Fisher does an annual event for the University of Iowa athletes that are going to be graduating to connect them with the business community and job opportunities here in Iowa. I'm a political science graduate of Iowa.
Are you really?
I am. Yeah, I've only been governor for 21 years, so, you know, it didn't hurt me.
You're doing a great job.
I mean, I love it. I mean, I love Iowa, and it's a great opportunity. Hello. Thank you. Yeah, good to be with you. Thanks. Thank you. Hello. Hi. Yeah, good to see you. Yeah, thank you. Hey, good to see you again, Jane. Yeah. Hi.
Wonderful. Trudy Aaron's the trio director of the camp.
Yeah, good to see you.
Are you ready for a tour of the
Yeah, I
STEM
am.
campus?
We'll do it.
Great.
We'll do it. Okay.
So this is our game design session. All these students are working on their final project.
Okay.
We're working on a programming language called Scratch. It's like a drag and drop, block,
Okay.
snap in place, no code writing kind of thing. So yeah, so feel free to have a look at some
Yeah,
of the
let's take a look at what they're doing.
By all means.
So what are you working on here?
I made a racetrack.
Racetrack? Okay.
If you get in the black and you use the arrow keys to turn and work.
You want to stay in the white? Is that the idea?
Yeah, stay in the white. That's it.
So what are you working on?
This was my fourth project, and
Okay.
it was to make a maze.
All right, let's get the Mentos in.
So what are they doing here?
Now they are doing the volcanoes right now.
Oh.
It is definitely a favorite.
There we go. All right, good job. High five.
Yeah, we've had 4 sessions yesterday and today, taking more complicated topics and breaking it down into a hands-on activity in which they can see, feel, or notice the difference in how different scientific principles are at play.
All right. And pull. All right, good work.
Oh, man.
High five. Good job, good job.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here with all these STEM students. They are really the future, and STEM is really where the great jobs of the future are going to be, right here in the state of Iowa.
Governor Branstad and Lieutenant Governor Rounds, if you were starting college today, what STEM program would you pick?
Accounting. The reason why I would like, my background, I majored in political science, and I ended up going into government, but you can learn that by practical hands-on experience. But accounting, if you're running a business or if you're the chief executive of the state like I am, knowing finance and knowing, making sure that your books are balanced and all that kind of stuff, that's critically important. This is Susan Neely. I think it's Susan Neely. It looks like her. Oh my goodness. Hey, do you see the picture of us in the hallway there?
That was the 1980.
1980.
And the other one is 1978. The one of you by yourself.
Yeah.
That was 1978.
78, yeah.
Picture of class and
My goodness.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, you're welcome. Hey, good to see you. How you doing?
I'm doing outstanding, outstanding.
Good,
Great
good.
summer, and thanks to you. It's going to be a late summer, too.
Yes,
so
sir.
we're gonna-
Finally, huh? We got the school start date.
We did.
Yep.
You know, never would have happened without you. You know that.
I know.
Somebody
I know
had
how
to
we did it.
Take
but
some political pain to do that.
That's all right. But it was the right thing. It needed to be done.
So here's a toast to your leadership in economics. In 1983, the unemployment rate was 8.5%. At the end of your first administration, it was 2.5%.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Thank you. Yeah, look at the speakers they've had here. Huh. She's the one that was killed. I was here for her speech, too.
You know, we talk about all the things we're doing out here on the ground, that's not the real issue.
You know, you look at eggs, and people don't realize, okay, we lost all this egg production. There's eggs in everything we eat.
Exactly.
Some form or another.
We want to try to do everything we can on this, and
I know that, and I
I don't
appreciate
know
that.
whether we'll get the presidential designation. This is a very unique disaster. It is. You know, I'm used to dealing with floods, tornadoes, ice storms, all that kind of
Here
stuff.
today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
Just go clean them up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But this,
we may
we've
get it
never
back.
had anything like this, and that's the other thing we're doing.
I don't know if we're done with it.
Well, good morning to you all, and welcome to the 32nd Annual Governor's Volunteer Awards Ceremony.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Service and volunteerism have always been extremely important to me and to the people of Iowa. By working together, we can achieve our objective to increase the number of Iowans that are volunteering, as well as the number of hours that they volunteer each year.
Norma Andreessen of Cabogia, Iowa, Individual Governor's Volunteer Awards.
Congratulations. Again, I want to say congratulations to all of the award recipients, and thank you for the important work you do and how you improve the quality of life for the people that live in this great state.
The first annual Governor's Charity Competition here at the Iowa State Fair. And there again, the governor of the state of Iowa. He's keeping that steer happy, showing some good confirmation. I'd guess the governor's shown cattle before, judging by the way he's brought this steer together out here at the fair. Got to mention that these steers are hot. It's probably close to 100 degrees down here on the floor of this pavilion. Which steer is one above the rest? He's walking down there. He's got his eye on one. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, shown by the children of the First Lady of the great state of Iowa and the First Gentleman.
And Governor, I can't say congratulations for having the champion, but I can say for having a champion event.
It sure was, and we're really proud of the beef industry in Iowa, and this was a great show for it today. And it was hot, but everybody, it was packed.
Congratulations. Turn around here and we'll take a picture, okay? There you go. Very good.
Good job.
Thank you. Congratulations. Hey, congratulations. Mo, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. You got some of your students too? Okay, congratulations to all of you. Congratulations. Congratulations. There you go. Wow, you got a whole bunch of them.
Whole bunch.
Okay,
And
good.
this is only half of them.
Okay. Good. Wow. All right. Congratulations, you guys.
Thank you. Good job, ladies.
Congratulations. You get right in the middle and hold up that. There you go. Okay,
Good job.
thank you. Hey, how you doing? Good, good.
It's so good to see you.
Good to be here. Got a little shady spot, huh?
Oh, this is a great place.
Good.
This is a great place to watch the fair.
You bet. Hi, good to see you. Hi, Dale.
Hey.
Hey, good to see you. Yeah.
Have a seat and make yourself comfortable.
Yes, sir. Hi. How are you? Good to see you.
And you've done quite a few pork chops already.
3. I've had one every day.
No, but I mean, you've been cooking.
Oh, I've flipped a lot of, yeah.
And you had Governor Bush doing that too?
We did it. I did it with Congressman King the day before, and I did it with Governor Bush yesterday.
Yeah.
So I'm an old pro at that. I've done that a lot of years. So somebody was asking me about
Trump didn't
that.
ask to do that?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't. Yeah.
I don't get it. I want to ask him.
Well, it's unbelievable, but well, you know, when he does everything with a big splash, with this helicopter and everything, he's giving kids rides
there was
around.
a helicopter around, and I wondered if that was his.
That is his helicopter. It's got his name on it even.
Okay.
If you look real close. Well, he does a lot of things that most people don't do, you know.
Ribbons, but.
Oh.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Now who wants to see the camper?
I do.
I do.
Okay, they'll give you a.
Can you come with us?
You want me to come with to the camper? Okay. See the camper. Oh boy. Watch your step. No boys allowed?
So have you seen the candidates come through?
Oh yeah, yeah. Jeb Bush was here yesterday. Trump is here today. I think they said of 22 candidates for president, all but one are going to be at the Iowa State Fair.
No, it's here.
So this is the place to be.
So there was always a lot going on.
Yeah.
Get the couch. I get this.
So you ready to drive this thing?
Hey, Jameson.
Kenzie?
Drive it. Yeah.
Where'd you go?
I want to drive
Jameson?
Well, you're not quite old enough yet. That's something to look forward to.
You should probably get moving.
Well, we're about ready to go down, I guess.
Great. Yeah, I think we are.
So,
Have fun.
Like right before the big game.
yeah, it is. It is. It is. I don't get as nervous as I used to, I don't think. You know, I've done this enough times that.
And did
You know.
you show when you were a kid?
I did, but I showed sheep. Hello? Hi. Yeah, and it's the name of the steer is Reno. Sam Burmeister, and then his father's name is Jerry. I had lunch with him yesterday. Hello. Hi, kids. Hi. How are you?
Good, how are you, sir?
Good to see you. Thank you. Here we go. Hi.
Good luck.
Thank you. How you doing?
sir?
Reno, if that's his name?
Yep.
He's looking good. Hey, Jerry, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yes, sir. Well, here we go.
Yeah.
So your son won the grand champion at the Muscatine County Fair. Unbelievable.
Pardon?
All the details and grooming and
yeah.
preparing these steers.
Well, it's an art. It's an art.
Yeah.
I was never any good at it, so I don't even attempt. Phil Reams, president
Yeah.
of the Cattlemen.
Good to see you, Phil.
I'm so glad you're here today.
Well, didn't want to miss it.
Oh, I know. It's a lot of fun, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, a lot of fun memories of this over the years.
Hey, I was looking in here. You've won this thing a few times.
3 or 4. Sure, but, you know, we sure love to win it this year.
I
Yeah,
had a few people ask for your autograph. Do you mind signing their hat?
not at all. There you go. Okay,
Do you want them to sign your hat
Sure.
now? Or?
you want me to sign your hat?
Sure.
Hi, Senator. Good to see you. Bruce, good to see you.
My granddaughter. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Bruce Rassetter, Chairman of the Board of Regents.
She's going to go to Iowa State, maybe.
Gonna get the deed.
Before I forget, I'd like you to call that candidate we have at Iowa. I think he's fine, but I just like you.
Yeah, I'll call him and
what
encourage
a
him.
big difference he could make, and your experience. And he met you in his second term when IBM owned a software company in Iowa. And he is terrific.
Well, can you send me an email with just the facts, and I'll do that.
Number on it.
Yes, I do.
Hello, Governor. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Governor Branstad, he is leading in right now, sponsored by the Iowa Beef Industry Council and the Iowa Cattlemen's Association. This is Reno. Sam Burmeister from Muscatine is our owner, Governor Terry Branstad.
One more time?
One more time.
Okay. We are. Hi. Thank you. Can you imagine what it was like when it wasn't air conditioned here? 108 degrees in 1983.
I don't think I could stay.
Oh. We were soaking wet.
And he's been helping you because he's a little tough to handle.
It's okay. It's okay.
From the volunteer boards of Iowa Bottom Mountain Houses, Earl and Terry.
You want to take them for a while? Oh, Rob Denson won.
What's that?
Ladies and gentlemen, your grand champion has been selected. Rob Denson, President of DMAC. Once again, thank you all for coming today. All these steers are going to be.
It's been great to show with you. Thank you very much, Sam.
Well, thank you.
Well, we got it in the finals anyway.
From an April day at the Iowa State House to a road trip through northwest Iowa and on to the Iowa State Fair, IPTV watched and listened in with the nation's longest-serving governor. It represents only 3 days in the life of Terry Branstad among more than 7,500 days as Iowa's governor, now the longest stretch of any in American history.
Funding for this program was provided by Friends, the Iowa Public Television Foundation. Generations of families and friends who feel passionate about the programs they watch on Iowa Public Television.